child hiccups her crying from the cousin says it's driving around in the air to ride calm down for all the holidays celebrating. Or see if the gate is shut. Everything's said twice already. Why that barn? I don't know, says Dad. But don't you check, he says to the son where he goes for the coat closet. Call Pete to go with you. The son is shaking now, a big frame shake that usually is with him in the sign of anger, but not now. You call Pete, he says. I'm going. He puts the keys in his pocket, skips the closet for the door. No, says his mother, into the room in 2 steps. No, you don't. Shit, says the son, it's Thanksgiving. He's supposed to. Wait, says Dad, I hear something. They listen to what? The car door of a neighbor? A little too much booze in the slam? Nothing, but in the interim, Dad whips out his phone. He calls 911s. As if such a call could solve something, the others listen. Of course, 911 isn't local. No Pete can reassurance from him. Just a recital of regulations. Missing persons aren't missing for at least a day. No help at all. She punches in the numbers on her own phone. Her daughter-in-law passes her with the baby on the way to the kitchen, the baby tapping her arm, a comfort motion. Pete says he'll come over, she says. He says she hasn't had enough turkey. We won't see Pete for another hour, says the son, still in front of her. Pete has money on the game. I said it's important, says the wife. You don't want to go? Says Dad in a voice that he doesn't either. You stay here, says the mother. His wife agrees. The baby sucking at her bottle. She forbids him. Did he take his pills today, the son asked, now plaid-coated. He's the image of his father, just about as wrinkled and just as stubborn. Of course, says his mother. But did he swallow them? How can I tell? She turns the face to the kitchen door. She just turns. Dad closes his eyes. Wait, he says. It's about 10 minutes later that Pete's car pulls up and Dad pumps the lounger upright. Of course, they all hope it's not Pete. That would mean what they sense could be true. The son runs to the door and out to where the two of them are, Pete and son. Talk and then leave without saying hello or anything to anybody else. Dad plays with the baby, a peekaboo that she likes. Then she cries about. Dad's peak is too shrill, and her mother too desperate for calm. She could take the baby home, but she can't. The dishes are done. A car parks in the drive just 10 minutes later, and all of them inside are out on the carport coatless. The son says Pete's called the coroner. The son says he didn't go in, but when he enters the living room, dropping the keys while trying to repocket them, his face isn't his father's anymore. It's bent, it's creased and drained. He's seen what he's seen. Mom, says the son. Mom. She's packed up into the house and is crossing one arm over her chest, then the next, and sounds she makes wakes up the baby. If you'd only sooner, he shakes his head. After holding his mother and then holding his wife, he says to Dad, how did you know? Dad says he guessed it. He liked the long barn. Sooner or later, he says, he had it in him. The baby reaches for her father, and he takes her just as his wife moves away. Together, they almost drop her.